Hey guys, welcome back. As always, my name is Leyzar, and today we're gonna do something I always wanted to do and nobody really asked for. The Aklex Prime versus the Lex Prime. And you might say, hey, what's the point? The Aklex Prime, there are two Lexes there. It's mastery rank 15, it's gotta be better, right? Well, why don't we find out? And we're gonna start off with a stat comparison between these two fabulous weapons. So first off, the Lex Prime is mastery rank 8. The Aklex Prime is the only weapon to date that is to require mastery rank 15. And you might think, pah, best weapon in the game, right? My friends, just between you and me, mastery rank doesn't really mean a whole lot, so bear that one in mind. Not when it comes to players and not when it comes to weapons either. The accuracy in favor of the fabled Lex Prime. A lot of players love this weapon for the accuracy, 16.0 versus 9.8. The critical chance and the critical multiplier are identical, but the fire rate is higher on the Aklex Prime, a lot higher actually, and you also get double the magazine capacity because, well, there's two of them, so there's that. Now it's alarming, of course, because these are Desert Eagles, essentially reload of 3 seconds on the Aklex Prime, only 2.3 on the Lex Prime, so an increase by about 30-something% on the Aklex Prime. Same status chance, same trigger, and same exact damage. They did nothing to the damage because, again, there's just two of them, so why would you increase the damage? But there's a story that is not told by these stats. Recoil. Let me show you what I mean. Now this will be the Lex Prime. Again, you get this at mastery rank 8. One shot. That's the recoil. And as you can see, it climbs up to the right a little bit most of the time. And if you go shot by shot, you're going to be able to get pinpoint shots without any issue. Now, if I go rapid fire, and let's pick another point. This is rapid fire. I can somewhat get the bullets roughly in the same vicinity. And that's the results for the Lex Prime. Now let's go with the Aklex Prime. Because again, if you just read the stats, you might be a little bit tricked. This is the fabled Aklex Prime, and we're gonna go shot by shot once again next to this one. Come on, there we go. Take a look at the recoil. It's a lot higher. Not only is it a lot higher, but the problem is it's quicker. It's a lot quicker too. And you might say, okay, it doesn't matter if it's quicker, right? It bounces back faster. Well, that would be correct if you didn't take into account rapid fire. So let's try rapid fire. Okay, you guys try to control this bloody thing. Honestly, I am simply not capable of doing it. So there you go. When it comes to rapid fire, it is a little bit difficult without using any minus recoil mod. So there's that. Now I know what you're gonna say, big deal, I'm just gonna equip steady hands and I'm gonna have no issue with the recoil. Well, yes, but you don't have to. Again, equipping a usability mod in Warframe is a compromise from the get-go. So bear that one in mind. Now enough about that, let's go to a build and have a quick look. We're gonna be talking about Riven disposition in a second as well, but this will be your standard build with no Riven, with Prime mods included as well, like Prime Pistol, Gambit, and Prime Target Cracker. Now, of course, the elemental combo used on the weapon, my friends, that should be adapted depending on your own circumstances. For example, if I was going up against Corpus, I wouldn't build Corrosive, I would build Gas, for example. Okay, so that's always a good way to go versus Corpus, or against Infested, Heat most of the time. But against Infested, why don't you take the Atomos and deal some heat damage? That should be a much better idea. In this case, we're gonna go like this. We have Corrosive because we're gonna be shooting Corrupted Heavy Goons level 120. And my Corrupted Heavy Goons are equipped with Ferrite Armor. And against Ferrite Armor, what you wanna get is Corrosive damage. What do we got? We got the Aklex Prime. Alright, here we go. First, I'm gonna go shot by shot action. Take a look at that. Man, I love the sound. Just listen to this beauty. So impactful, right? So freaking impactful. I just love the sound on this weapon. So if you're the kind of guy that has patience, right, and goes shot by shot, let me line up that perfect shot. Oh, I'm so good at this game and all whatnot, then it's gonna be all good. You're not really gonna have much of an issue with the weapon. But if you wanna go rapid fire, listen, I'm only gonna take 10 meters, that's it. I'm struggling, honestly. I am trying my best to keep the cursor on the target and I'm really having a hard time at it. And to be honest, this wouldn't be a problem if there weren't so many other weapons that you don't need to fight in order to get good results. So bear that one in mind. Again, I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm not Mr. PGL or anything, but there you go. If you're good with high recoil weapons, you're gonna be good with this one as well. You can get into somewhat of a rhythm with it like this. See? You can do that as well, but couple that together with moving around and things might kind of go haywire. So that's the Aklex Prime. Now let's go to the Lex Prime, and of course we're going to be using the exact same build as before. Lex Prime, there we go. Let's double check to make sure. Prime Pistol Goombo, there we go. We good on that. Ooh, damn it, I should have checked Harrow to make sure I'm not cheating with... okay. Whew, good, because on my main build I have Corrosive Projection, which would distort... It's fine. We're good. We're totally fine. So Corrupted Heavy Goons level 120. And by the way, what do you think of this fashion, huh? What do you think of this fashion? This is my Priest Harrow. I wanted like a Dark Harrow, and I wanted like a Priest Harrow, and I wanted like a Necromancer Harrow. I wish I could have... Actually, we're gonna be able to have more slots for fashion, because I want to do more things with Harrow. So once again, shot by shot in a rhythm. Much faster. Much faster shots. Why? Because the recoil doesn't go as high as the other one. But the problem is, without that magazine capacity, I have to reload a whole lot more often. So, a bit of a give and take. That's why I thought that it's still worth doing a comparison between these two fantastic weapons. Because in my review of the Aklex Prime, which I saw after about a year, it sounds like I'm hating the weapon. I'm not hating the weapon, I just want it to be a whole lot better than the Lex Prime, because it's mastery rank 15 instead of 8, and it should be a lot cooler. So please, make it a lot more usable. And speaking of usability, actually they will make it a whole lot more usable. More on that just in a second or two. If I go rapid fire, as you can see, I can totally control the weapon. I don't have as high fire rate as on the Aklex Prime, which in that case it's kind of like a... It's kind of a bit of a hindrance to the weapon. So on the Aklex Prime, you might even want to take out Lethal Torrent, which increases that attack speed, right? That fire rate. So there's that. Overall, my friends, my own humble choice. And I'm not saying you should choose what I choose. Definitely not. I'm just telling you what I like. I prefer the Lex Prime over the Aklex Prime any day of the week. Because power without control isn't really much of anything. And besides, I don't have to put a usability mod on the Lex Prime. Now that said, we should also talk about Riven mods, right? Everybody loves Rivens and all whatnot. When it comes to the Aklex Prime, you might think that it's less popular because it's higher mastery rank and it's harder to control, but you would be wrong. The Riven disposition on the Aklex Prime is 0.8, which means Riven dispo of 2 out of 5. When it comes to the Lex Prime, mastery rank 8 and all whatnot, then it's Riven disposition of 1.05. That means 3 out of 5, so the Rivens will be more powerful on the Lex Prime. Fantastic, isn't it? When it comes to prices on these Rivens, my friends, none of them really cost a whole lot because, again, they're not seen as the best weapons in game. But here's the thing, in Warframe, trust me, you don't really need the best of anything. You don't. What you should focus on, from my, again, humble point of view, is having fun. Just pick whatever frame you enjoy playing. Never mind what they say in chat. Ignore that. And just play whatever weapons, whatever frames brings you joy, whatever you are interested at the time, in whatever fashion you desire. Because trust me, as soon as you run out of things to test, weapons, warframes, and so on and so forth, you'll find yourself with an empty bag. There's nothing to look forward to anymore. Okay, so take your time and just play whatever the hell brings you joy. And I believe, my friends, that's pretty much it. Oh, we were talking about the usability on this puppy, the Aklex Prime, right? We got fantastic news for this one. Here's the thing, my friends. In the next mainline update, we know we're getting an exilus slot on our primary and our secondary weapons. Melee, no, because melee is still waiting on melee. 3 point, please God, already. Oh, does that make sense? It doesn't matter if it didn't make sense. It's fine. So, here's what's gonna happen. When we get the next mainline update and we're gonna have an exilus slot, we should be able to use steady hands in the exilus slot. That will mean minus 60% weapon recoil, and that should turn the tables in the favor of the fabled Aklex Prime, because look at the recoil with that one. Totally manageable. So we should be getting the update by the end of October, hopefully, in case the doesn't really like mess anything up. So there's that. Anyway, as always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you have any sorts of feedback for me, I would love to read it in the comment section down below. Oh, also in the comment section down below, if you guys want to suggest a particular piece of content, review, weapon versus, by all means, I always look forward to the suggestions, and you have my word, I will read each and every comment. You can also find me on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all the usual places. But until next time, my friends, bye-bye.